I'm Sean Barker, Product Manager at Quest Software, and I'm going to demonstrate how Quest Change Auditor can audit user and application authentications across both Active Directory and Azure Active Directory. With Change Auditor for Logon Activity, you can better promote security, auditing, and compliance in your organization by capturing, alerting, and reporting on all user log-on, log-off, and sign-in activity, both on-premises and in the cloud. AD authentications are by nature much chattier than other events in Active Directory. Change Auditor allows you to quickly sort through all the noise and get the answers that you're looking for. So while my search of recent logon activity returns thousands of records, I can easily group by event type or authentication type to see the majority of records are successful Kerberos logons. Let's take a look at a typical logon event. Every event contains the important relevant details, including who authenticated, where or which domain controller they authenticated against, when, the origin of the logon, and the what statement ties all these details together in plain English. And when you encounter an event of interest, Change Auditor makes it very easy to search for all related activity, or to find out what other actions the user might have performed around the same time. Now let's look at some NTLM authentication. Often applications attempt to authenticate through NTLM. So I'll run the all NTLM authentications report. I'm going to group by user, and see all the applications that might be using the protocol. If I pick a particular user or service account and take a look at an event, I can see the service account that the application is attempting to use, the server it's originating from, and all the other relevant details. Another important use case is identifying which applications are using legacy authentication protocols, in this case NTLM version 1. So I'll run this report. Again, I'll group it by user to really get a quick sense of what applications might be using the protocol. I see a lot of events coming from this Exchange Health mailbox. And if I select an event, I can see the actual user account the Exchange Mailbox Health account is using, and also the server or the IP address where these authentications are originating from. Targeted out-of-the-box searches make it simpler to look for specific types of logon behavior and can be easily customized to use when troubleshooting. So for example, I'll go to the Who tab and I'll specify a user account in my domain to return all logon activity for. Change Auditor for Logon Activity also audits sign-ins to Azure Active Directory. The Azure AD sign-in events can be reported on from here, but I'm going to show how On-Demand Audit, the software as a service extension to Change Auditor, can also be used to analyze this logon and sign-in activity. On-Demand Audit starts with powerful visualizations of all authentications that take place. From the sign-ins dashboard, I can select a specific user to investigate, and all of that user's sign-ins are plotted on a geographical map. If this user account was under suspicion, the sign-ins dashboard indicates that the credentials could have been compromised or shared, given that this user account is authenticating across multiple continents. The dashboard also shows which Azure AD applications were accessed, as well as the volume of recent logon failures. On-Demand Audit has the same set of searches as Change Auditor when it comes to on-premises logon activity. I want to further investigate this specific user, but in particular their Azure AD sign-ins. Let me start with the failed Azure AD sign-in search so I can show how easy it is to customize. As I update the parameters of the search results also update immediately. Let me add my suspicious user using the user actor field. I'll run the report. I can easily drill into the details of a successful or failed logon attempt. From the summary of the event, I can see the geographical location of the failed attempt originated from, the application that they attempted to authenticate to, and the reason for the sign-in failure. And with the click of a button, I can also turn this search into an alert to be notified the next time this user authenticates or attempts to authenticate to the directory. Using Change Auditor, or the On-Demand Audit hybrid suite with Change Auditor, enables you to quickly sift through the noise and perform quick investigations, troubleshoot the source of failed logons, and identify users and applications which are still using legacy authentication methods.